Hello! Nope. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, and it's not a true start unless it doesn't quite go to plan, is it? So we're doing a little bit of a strange stream time today. Panda is off at a work function, and I am staying home and working on my factory. It's a thing that you got to do sometimes. I think we all understand that. So that's what we're doing. We're just gonna play some Factorio while we can. And then when she comes home, I'm gonna pack it up and say, "Oh no, I've been very busy all night. I was just looking at pictures of cheese, babe." That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah, that's my plan. You know, just doing the thing all regular people do, just looking at pictures of cheese on the internet. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm gonna get away with it too. Probably not. That's alright. I'm not actually trying to get away with anything. So. First off, what we're going to do is we're going to try and really expand out these nanofabricators, because quite frankly, they're just not fabricating enough nanos. So we'll get onto that. I really would like to improve my construction bots at some point. I think that'd be nice to do in the near future. We're going to need to get more nanofabricators as well. We'll do that once the bots are tired themselves out. Once I've used all the batteries up, then we'll go and do that. Might as well just put some of the things down myself. Just make it a bit easier for the poor little robots, you know? They're gonna tucker themselves out otherwise, and we don't want tuckered out robots. Yeah, it's a good little construction plan. So I was doing the math and figuring out how many processors we needed, and really the answer was shit tons more. So shit tons more, I did the math on that, and it turns out shit tons more is a lot more than what I had. So we're working on that. That's how life be sometimes. Sometimes you work out the math and go, shit tons more is a lot more than what we have. You know, it's good to get everything slowly up and running. Just taking it easy, you know, one step at a time. I do love it. I always love it when someone gets power for the first time and all the inserts are in like perfect order. It's like, it just feels real good, you know? For some reason in my head, sort of like an Evangelion thing, like, you know, where the Eva comes up and it just head snaps upwards. It's like, oh, it snaps so good. As opposed to when the Evangelion's neck snaps, which is a little bit more concerning. You're like, Evangelions aren't supposed to do that. I've seen enough Evangelion to know their necks aren't supposed to snap like that. They're not supposed to snap at all. Someone's messed up. Probably Shinji. Actually, no, it's usually... I don't know who made the most mistakes in Evangelion. It'd be Shinji or Asuka, definitely. Not Rei. Rei had no personality. She didn't need to do anything right or wrong. She just needed to, you know... just exist, I suppose. That's the problem with Rei. She exists. Okay. This is how you start fights with people on the internet, by the way, about anime. You just talk shit about Evangelion, and they will find you, and they will hurt you. But that's not my fault. Or problem. Okay, let's go get some nanofabs. We'll see where we go from there. Do we want more? I think we'll grab these yield modules as well. I know they're not as good as the ones we want, but they'll have to do for now. At some point I really do want to have the better night vision goggles because these ones are a bit rubbish. The next mod I play, I'm just going to turn off day-night cycles. I hate them. I hate day-night cycles so much. I just want to use solar power. You know, people go, oh, it'll make solar power overpowered. No, I'll just not use solar power. Problem solved. Because day-night cycles suck. Oh, you could just use lantern or lamps. They're pretty good. No, they're not. They suck. I get really argumentative about this, don't I? Don't know who I'm arguing with, but I'm really mad at them. F you and the lanterns you rode in on. Alright, so... we might as well grab some of these. We haven't used them in a while, but we might as well. Alright. We don't have the inserters right now. We can grab those in a moment. We'll just plant the nanofabs. Because you gotta plant your nanofabs, obviously. People are like, you don't really need to call them nanofabs, Seif. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Nanofabs is what they are. Oh, I thought I had out no inserters. Turns out I got tons of boxes of them. Never mind. I was well under control with the situation. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes I'm under control. It terrifies me a little bit too. Don't worry. Okay. So then we need to get the argon in. Which is actually not too difficult. We just need to get Jason and his Argonauts. I've never made that joke before. And I feel bad that I have this time. Could have gone hours not making that joke. In fact, I have gone hours not making that joke, but there it is. Jason and his Argonauts. Fine. We've done it now. There's nothing I can do about it. And we're just going to put down processing modules. They're not the best, but they'll do the job. Now, I know if we put down speed modules, it would probably do even better, but quite frankly, we don't have that sort of... I don't trust my supply chain to be able to survive that, quite frankly. And I'm seeing we're having a problem with ceramic powder, which we can probably improve to some degree. Yeah, probably. Okay, here's the plan. We're going to go like this, this, then we're going to take a wider berth. I always want to say wider bath, but that's a completely different phrase. Yes, okay. And that will construct more ceramic powder. Wonderful, that's what you like to see. If you're not seeing ceramic powder just flowing through your veins, contact your doctor. You messed up. Alright. This is a good start. This is where we want it to be, more or less. I feel like we're going to need more green wires. That's okay, we'll sort green wires out now. I think green wires, despite doing their best, I think they need to do better. No, we must do better. We're going to do that. We're going to double the amount of green wires made, and then we're going to do that. And also, just to make things fun, we're actually going to have them so that things actually come out of them. Crazy, I know. Crazy, I know. First cut is the deepest. What am I talking about? I don't know. And yeah, that's struggling with making these now. That's kind of what I expected to happen at some point soon. I'm not fussed. I'm not bothered even. I knew that was going to come up at some point soon. So that makes, let's see, 132 per minute. And we are requiring, more than 132 a minute, I'll tell you that. 225 per minute. Yikeroonies. That's okay. Because that just means more stuff needs to come through, and we can make more stuff. Stuff is never really the issue. The issue is the fact that these are not emptying out. Okay, we've got other issues is what I'm saying. Yep, that's a phrase that's never been said by mistake. Seif's got other issues? Yes, Seif does have other issues. No one will disagree with that. Boy, does Seif have issues. Yes. We appear to be out of chemical plants as well, which is probably bad as well. Do that though, we should be a little bit better off. We don't need too many of these. I'm gonna production module them anyway. What does bother me is we seem to have a lack of chemical plants coming through. And I like chemical plants. I like them when they're coming through, you know? And that's because there's not enough small furnaces coming through. Ah, yes, we're doing this thing again, are we? Walking aimlessly until we find all the things that aren't working properly. Is that a small furnace too? That's a medium furnace. Is that a small furnace too? It is. Enough small furnace ones. Interesting. Almost should have seen that one coming. And it's just... Wait, what? Because they're not actually going the right way. Well, that's a foolish reason to not be making furnaces. That should resolve itself in a little bit of time. Okay, we've got 12 nanofabs. That should be enough to finish the job. And then, you know what? I was doing a little bit of scouting earlier and I found one of the cars. So we'll take the car. Because the next thing we do is probably make fiberglass. Well, make one of those production things we were doing earlier and make it actually, you know, work. I know. Controversial opinion, right? Make things work? Who are you, Seif, and what have you become? How do you look at yourself in the mirror? And the answer is quite simply, I'm not a vampire. Like, you can just... Reflections still work for me. I mean, I don't really know what answer you expected. Still not a vampire. Yeah, these powders are not coming through quite as much. That's alright. If anything, it just means that things are being consumed at a greater rate than they used to be, and we can come back. That's okay. We will sort that out later. Do not fret, my dear viewer. Do not fret. Unless you're playing some sort of guitar, in which case fretting, I understand, is the thing that guitarists do. But I'm really not sure about guitars. Like, I've never played a guitar. At best, I strummed a ukulele sort of once. And even then, it wasn't particularly great. So maybe I can't be trusted with a ukulele either. You fret on a ukulele? I don't think so. How can you fret on a ukulele? They're so chill and chipper. What are these guys doing? Oh yeah, these guys are dropping off their gas. Yeah, I've been there. Sometimes I also have to drop off my gas. Controversial opinion, I know. Okay. I was trying to avoid that, and I thought maybe if I did a loop, I'd find a way that I could not crash into something, and then I just immediately crash into something. So, you know, it's nice to know some things never change. Now this is down here is where we want to go, because things aren't being dropped off, because we ran out of inserters down there. We're going to grab the inserters. Well, we've got the inserters. We're going to go place the inserters. How exciting. And that's going to be useful for building... I don't really know what we're building down there, but... It looks like this never really got finished either. Well, it doesn't look like it's building anything anyway, so... it's probably fine. It looks like a very much empty situation with a crow's foot. Good afternoon, JP. How you doing? Welcome. I know, it's a strange time to be streaming. Many people are alarmed. By many people, I mean mostly me. Okay, so we're not actually making anything with these yet. I think we were going to be making stuff, and then we sort of just ran out of resources and didn't. That's okay. We fixed one more thing by coming down here, so that's... I'd found another car there, and I was very excited, but no. I feel like this was making the radars, right? Was that what we were making here? It looks a lot like we're making radars here. Well, I mean, we need to make them. Why don't we, you know, make them? We do need to make mechas at some point as well, but we'll get there. So, let's make the radars. One thing at a time, right? He says that as if he's always doing only one thing at a time, but that's not true. He's always doing at least 4 things at a time and then wondering why nothing's working. Okay, so we need 5 things, which means we're going to need probably to copy this. Jibbity jabber. Copy it right. I'll make it easy for myself. Challenge is, can I copy it right? The answer is not really, but that's okay. And then we want to make sensor nodes. Boxes of them if possible. They won't come out in boxes, but they'll take the boxes, and sometimes that's all you really need. So, yes, let's get that under control. One. That is more or less 2. And then the final third one is right, we're still having problems with motors. Okay, that's both not too surprising and also kind of frustrating. But I imagine with rubber production as it is, that should be resolved momentarily. I mean, if I go and check it, I imagine we'll be seeing so many motors we won't know what to do with them. That's right, look at them all. There's millions of them. I'm beginning to think I might need to have another chain of motors, or at the very least, put them in large assemblers. That might be a good idea too. Because we are making near the number of motors I think we need to. 80 per minute is just insufficient motorage. Okay, well we can fix that. We can fix that in a moment. Insufficient motorage is just not acceptable though. I don't need to tell anyone that, everyone knows. So that's that vaguely completed. Then we need sensor node 2s, which I think all that stuff's here. Yeah, we've got a problem with sensor 2s and optical cables. We have problems with optical cables? We do. Interesting. Sensor nodes doesn't surprise me. That's one of the reasons why we need to expand on the green chip model. Which is what we've done recently. That's going to be a problem as well. You know what? What is a Factorio game with Seif without some weird problems that we probably should have solved a while ago, eh? Exactly. It's just not the same. And let's just flip this around. There we go. I'm liking that. Okay, that connects there. And then finally, this connects into here. Now, it's not going to make anything right now. We know that. I'm not going to pretend that it is going to make something for now, but it will shortly. When it gets around to it. And what we're going to do also is we might as well just get all the trains stuff going right now anyway. That way when it is finally working... Oh, we're doing rocket science. Damn. When it is finally working, we don't actually need to do anything. I don't see rocket science being a thing we get in the next couple of minutes, of course. But, you know, it's a goal, you know? You know what they say, a goal is a good thing to have. They don't say exactly that, but perhaps they could. Okay, locomotive. Oh wow, okay, the locomotive's not far. It's cool. Alright, so get the locomotives in, get the train wagons in. If we just go locomotive, locomotive, wagon, 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 and then we just wait for the 2 new locomotives to come in, then we gotta put batteries in them as well, don't we? Shoot, we don't have enough batteries. Oh, hi. Cool. Thanks for being here. You may leave. What are you coming in with? Oh, you're just a gas train. Interesting. Yeah, let's get a battery train in here. Bring us straight in here. Like, I just want to get all this sorted out now, so that way I don't really need to think too hard about it, except for when later everything's not working. And it won't be that this will be broken, it'll be that where it's supposed to go will be broken. And that's, as things go, fairly acceptable. Like, it's not great, but it could be worse, you know? If things are going forwards somewhere, even if they're not going forwards, it's still a forward momentum. That's probably not how science works, but you know what? I'm no scientist. I'm an engineer. Also, I'm no engineer either, actually. Hey, Wes, how you doing? That's alright. Thumbs up. Someone says they don't have voice, I'm just going to give them a thumbs up, and that way they know what's going on. The precedent we've set earlier. Okay. So let's get these batteries in here. 100 batteries is honestly too much, but it's like I've always said, you're better to have more batteries than less batteries. I've never actually said that before, but you know, seems reasonable. So, no, we need to absolutely do a new name. Sensor node 2 pick. We'll give this a similar name, except it's a sensor node 1 pick. Okay, so these trains are more or less done. Which I'll take. You take those. I would like to empty. I'm willing to bet I've got a bunch of stuff in my inventory I don't need, and the base will happily consume. I actually do need those, but thank you for taking them anyway. I do appreciate your enthusiasm to take those away from me. Yeah, it's not quite right, I'm sure. That's alright. People are wrong all the time, man. If I had to delete a tweet every time I was wrong, then and made a grandiose statement and was wrong, I'd have no tweets. That being said, I don't use Twitter anymore, but that's not the point. Whoop. Alright, so we are just going to get stuck on a pipe. I'm on way early. I am, because Panda is in the at an office Christmas party, and I was not invited. So I'm like, you know what? Panda's not here. Who's going to stop me playing Factorio? And the answer is no one. Hang on. Like, I do have to keep an eye on my phone occasionally to make sure she's, I just got a message from her. Just finished the meetings. I see you started to stream early. Cat. Yeah. She's on to me. She's on to me, boys. But when she gets home, I'm going to stop streaming. So, you know, it's just a little bit of a... I could have done a secret stream. I could have played some Magic or something. But I was like, no, I really want to play Factorio. Because despite the fact that I've been bitching and moaning about it, I've been really enjoying it. Lightly! Lightly! And Glyven. So we're doing it. Fishing lane... Oh, finishing Jump King win. You know, I probably should have played Jump King. That would have been more sense. I don't know. I didn't think about Jump King. One day, Jump King will not defeat us forever. We will get that smoking hot babe at the top of the tower one day. Well, where'd you come from? Are you one of my robots? Cool. Yeah, so we're just going to finish dropping off the stone because it's probably good to not carry all of it around. Like, we've got a lot of baggage and we don't want to carry it around forever, you know? Of course, that sounds like a personal problem. You know what? Those problems aren't personal problems. Like, how many people have problems go, nah, that sounds like a someone else problem. No, they're personal problems, man. That's how it works. Forgot about Jump King. You know what? Jump King, man. I gotta get it. I will finish it, though. That's the thing. Like, it just requires patience. And me, I'm full of patience. That's why I'm not allowed to be a doctor. I'm full of patience. I ate them all. And they're like, Seif, did you eat all your patience again? And I'm like, yeah. Like some sort of, friggin' Hollywood cat. Seifer, did you eat all your patience? Seifer looks at the camera. Audience laughs. Brilliant. Comedy gold, I tell you. Like a lot like a Garfield type situation. Alright, so we're going to put out some wind turbines. Why? Because it's free real estate. We're going to drop off some more of the sandstone, and then we're going to see what we can do to improve things a little bit. Because I think ceramic powder is a little bit sad, and I don't... No, engines. Focus on engines first. Get engines done, then we'll focus on ceramic powders. This is actually all going pretty well, honestly. I'm mostly happy with everything that's going on here. I would laugh so hard if the ceramic powders... Oh no, tell me it's not. It is! It gets unboxed. It gets unboxed and then we just rebox it again, like fools, like absolute animals. What's wrong with us? Oh wait, no. Some of it does go somewhere else. It goes down there. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Although, actually... What if we just straight up made boxed bearings? Can we make boxed bearings? Yeah. Okay. So if we just straight up made boxed bearings, then we'd just have bearings, right? And we'd be done. Congratulations, we've solved the most basic problem in life. We're still not doing engines, but we're gonna. What does bother me right now is I'm not really seeing anything coming down that way, which I will solve that in a moment. Okay, and then we remove all this. Yep, and then we just put it back into there. Yeah, there we go. So why do we not have ceramic powder? Come on, guys. Tell me. Why do we... What was the plan of that? Who knows? Probably a good plan, too. Hello, turtle. How you doing? So ceramic powder is stopped because we ran out of graphite. Interesting. How did we run out of graphite? I thought we had heaps as. Yeah, we do. Oh, it's unloading it now. You're good at coming around the 35-minute mark. I mean, it's a real challenge because I mean, I'm not even streaming the right time. I'm streaming a completely different time. That is a real talent. Congratulations. Okay, and so graphite is slowing us down. Yep, pedal is still top cat. Good job. And we'll put some more productivity in there as well, just to spice things up just a tad. You know me, I love to spice things up, but only a tad. There's only so much spice that I can handle in my life. Alright. Good. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Doing good. Are we doing good or doing well? We have a problem with sandstone again. It does look like it, doesn't it? Does this look like the face of a man who can handle 2 cloves of garlic? I'll have you know it's 1.5 damage. That's just because I'm not a vampire. Yeah, we might need to get some more sandstone running through our veins. But before that, let's actually sort out the electric engine 2s. Just because I'd like to get some more electric engine 2s in there. I feel like there's a few things that are slowed down because of the lack of electric... Well, they're not even called electric engine 2s, are they? They're called motor 2s. Because they're red, I call them electric engines because, you know, that's what they are. It seems discriminatory language and I will not have it any further. Thankfully we've got a bit more space that we can actually chuck more things down. And so, chuck more things down, we shall. We could put them like right here. And also we could go large assemblers, chuck those bad boys down, that'll make some real changes. Or yield modules. I mean, people love it. People love to see it. We are going to upgrade all of this just because I don't think it'll work with our modern sensibilities. There's one thing I love, it's modern sensibilities. Okay. We don't have power to those? Really? Okay. Probably a big deal, it's just more confusing than anything else. And then we just need to get the lubricant hooked up. I don't know if we make enough lubricant. But it may not matter, it's just going to be what we've got, you know? And then connect that in there. We are having power problems, which is fun to know. Fun might be the incorrect phrase there, because that's going to slow down a bunch of other things. Maybe we need to go get Stirling engines and go for a ride and just chuck in like another whole bunch more. The other option, of course, is that we figure out how to make Stirling engine 3s and start making nuclear power. That is another option of things that we could do. But for now, we are making more of these engine 2s or motor 2s, and that should hopefully result in, again, just things progressing in a logical plus order. Logical plus order meaning like I look at the camera and just go, yeah! Logical plus order, I don't know what you call them. But we also need sandstone. That is another known factor. So maybe we can like deal with 2 birds in 1 stone. You'll pardon the kind of pun that we're looking at sandstone again. No, wait, was there sandstone over here that we were liking? A whole bunch of sandstone over here. What do we need to do? Just grab another load and chuck that into there as well? It was always a possibility. That sandstone is completely gone. What we're going to do is we're going to take that to train limit of 0. Take that to a drop, and I think that should... Wes wishes to be the next top cat? Okay. That shall happen. Turtle has lost top cat to Wes. Such as the not vile nature, the competitive nature, there we go, to the top cat streak. Commands, top cat. You'll get it back? Oh, I believe you will. Absolutely believe you will, but now it is the West dude. He's taking over top cat, probably. Let's just double check that. Top cat. Wes, the top cat. Good job, Wes. And while I'm thinking about it, let's also increase the price to a massive 8,000 points. What's going on, guys? Why is this happening? It's been a long time since you meowed and made me wear the mask. It's like he's flaunting it now, isn't it? It's like, not only am I the top cat, but now I can also I've got another few points to meow and be even topper cat. And that's the level of gusto that I like to see. I won't lie. I approve. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this train over to the sandstone lot. I'm going to jam up over here, but I don't think we really need aluminium hydroxide that urgently anywhere. You know what, train? I really like the fact that you think that I care about the laws of the trains. So we're just going to go for it. The worst thing that happens is you crash into another train. But that's unlikely to happen. Oh, it's actually very likely to happen. I don't care! Okay, it happened. Train has to go through us. Okay, now it's mocking me for my impatience. I deserved that. Sometimes you know you deserve to be mocked for your impatience. That was one of those times. I knew I deserved it, but I was hoping if I just didn't pay attention, it would have been okay. Lewd. Indeed, indeed. So the hope is we're going to take this over here, go over here, and just mine this as well. We're going to take out the outskirts of the sandstone, and I think it'll be okay. We're just going to go straight forward, ignore any other trains in the vicinity, because we are the top train boy. And as the top train boy, everyone should bow down in servitude to me. And if that doesn't happen, then I've really got no idea what to do. You know, I'm not the one that makes the rules around here. Some would say, well, if you're not the one making the rules, who is? Look, shut up. Doesn't matter. You know it's good when they start getting defensive, right? You know you're in the right place. Like Carmen Sandiego, right? If you see one of his one of her villains, you're like, oh, Carmen Sandiego's around here somewhere. Probably stealing something. As she does. The hell, Carmen Sandiego. Get like a non-criminal job, please. You think Carmen Sandiego can ever be redeemed, or is she just always going to be a villain? Like, what is she doing, you know? Genuine question. What is Carmen Sandiego up to? I don't know. And also, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? It's also a valid question. Giant rat is the one that makes all the rules? I mean, obviously. If you can't listen to a giant rat making the rules, who are you going to listen to the rules of? Is it a giant horned rat, though? That's the other question I've got. So I don't really follow the horned rat very well. I'm aware of the horned rat, but I don't really follow the horned rat. Sure you understand. I've never really been that big into Skaven. I mean, I love Skaven, but I don't really know much about the horned rat. Hello, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the horned rat? Let's just say more religious pitches need to start that way. Shipping answer? Do people ship the horned rat? Who do they ship the horned rat with? Slaanesh. Obviously. I mean, I can't think of anything more like Slaanesh than, you know, getting with a rat. Oh, right. That does make more sense. Sorry, I got really distracted. I was thinking about rats. You know how it is. The shipping answer, or I mean, I'll take both answers, honestly. What have we got? I'll take whatever answers we get about Carmen Sandiego, because I don't really know much about her. I mean, I played the original games like years ago on like the Amiga, maybe even the Commodore actually. But I don't really know much about her, other than we don't know where in the world she is. People are not happy about this situation. They would like to know where in the world that Carmen Sandiego is at. They do not know. I don't think I've got the belts for this actually. Okay, well that's going to feed the system more sandstone, which is only good for us. The shipping answer is she was never bad because the people shipping her with the lady detective hunting her. I have to reassess. So wait, she was like, so these days Carmen Sandiego is not a villain? What? And they're shipping her with someone? I feel like shipping we're using a different meaning here because I just feel like we're using a different meaning. I'm okay with this. Like, I'm okay with shipping Carmen Sandiego with someone, but I feel like we're talking about two different words. I ship that. Revisionist history, eh? Does the... Oh! Didn't she steal the Eiffel Tower? I'm just saying, generally you're not allowed to steal the Eiffel Tower. And again, is that just me being like slave to the landowners? I've just accepted that she's stealing the Eiffel Tower and thought she's the bad guy for stealing it. That's a valid point that I'd never considered. Maybe she's not the bad guy. I mean, it's the Eiffel Tower. Who bloody wants the Eiffel Tower anyway, eh? It's the French? What do the French do? It's a legitimate question. I actually do not know what the French do. Okay, so that gets a lot more sandstone. Okay, that's good. And it'll just keep mining when it gets the chance. Okay. I never considered that Carmen Sandiego is just like redistributing wealth. Is Carmen Sandiego like a modern age Robin Hood? A Robin Hood, but with a Y instead of, yeah. Are we just spelling Robin Hood differently for Carmen Sandiego? What I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think it's generally a good thing to be stealing the Eiffel Tower. I think people like the Eiffel Tower, even the ones who don't own it. Admittedly, I don't know who owns the Eiffel Tower, so maybe that's hearsay. Not hearsay, but, you know, heresy? Ah, SeiferKatt's just throwing words around hoping he makes sense. It's this old trick again. Robin Hill. Well, it'd be Robin Hood, R-O-B-Y-N Hood, because the hood implies the hood that he wears over. It could be like Robin... I don't know, what's some other thing? Robin Mask, and you spell it M-A-R-S-K-E? I mean, that's like wearing one of those, like, you know, the classic Black Widow mask that she doesn't really wear in the movies ever because it kind of looks stupid. Maybe it's like that. I mean, I don't know if that's why she doesn't wear it in the movies. To be fair, they changed everyone's outfits for similar reasons, I imagine, so maybe they just didn't like the looks of them. I don't know. I mean, why did Hawkeye not wear purple? Disappointing. I like Hawkeye's purple outfit. I really do like Hawkeye's purple outfit. Just want to put that out there. As if anyone really cared. The Hood shares origins with Hoodlum. Oh, okay. That's... I'd never considered that. I was always just thinking hood as in like, you know, a cowl. You know, and cowls are cool. There's a Batman. Batman's not cool. Batman's just kind of an asshole. I say kind of, like he's not, but he absolutely is. We know that. Alright, so that should be producing more sand and more other stuff. I love stuff. So... no one's quite sure where the name came from. Okay, so... we don't know. It's really the long and short of it then, isn't it? But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, a lot of things make sense if you don't really care. I vaguely care, actually. But there's a lot of historical facts that go, but in the end, we don't really know. And I love those historical facts. Those are my favorites. The ones where we just go, yeah, but, I mean, it could be a bunch of stuff. Okay. We want to start working out grid batteries, because if we work out grid batteries, then we can probably start making the robots. Train noises! Morning, Tara. How you doing? No, before we start working on grid batteries, we need to really desperately get some more power going. And I refuse to walk it, because we've done that before and it was a nightmare. Bonus stream is really early? Exactly. Well, because the stream has to end when Panda gets back from her Christmas party. So, yeah. So when she messaged me that she's on the Uber, that's when I'm going to end the stream. Around that time anyway. Okay, Stirling engines. Here they are. Stirling engine 2s. We still haven't built Stirling engine 3s, and quite frankly, I don't know when we're going to. But that's okay. I would like 200 of them, please. Awesome. Majestic creatures. I dropped too many of them. Now I've got too many of them again. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. We need heat pipes. 500 heat pipes should suffice. And we need like 20 geothermals. So that'll be enough for approximately what? Approximately 500 megawatts, which will probably do me just fine for the moment. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be less than 500 megawatts, of course, but you know what? It's okay. I'm glad that this is working now. Pretty sad on it for a while. So we've got some things over there that we can work on. Got some over there as well. Actually, over there is pretty good. The south. That's 2, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's go to the south. At some point I really do need to make Stirling engines and Stirling engine 3 so that way I can start making nuclear power. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but we do need to consider it at some point. And of course I could make more efficient things by not worrying about Stirling engines, but quite frankly I don't want to have to deal with wastewater and water coming in. Give me things that don't require more inputs and I will take it every step of the way. I don't care about inefficiencies, because the biggest inefficiency is me. I think we can all agree on that. And so if I can not be part of the problem, then, you know, bully for me. As Taylor Swift says, hi, it's me. Sees the problem, it's him. He does say that, probably. That'd be weird, actually. Taylor Swift just specifically calls me out. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? You don't even know who I am. And she's like, I don't give a shit. Very close to rockets. Yeah, I mean, very close to rockets in terms of science. I don't think we're having the biggest inefficiency. I think we'll all agree. Yep, that's a fair quote. So, yeah, if anyone ever goes like, oh, why is Steve taking just this inefficient route? It's like, I am taking the simplest route where I can't stuff it up. And once I've taken that route, I mean, that's ideal. But yeah, we're getting close to rocket science in the terms of the technology, but in terms of the building the things we need, that's still going to be a little while away. But we are making steps towards that, so that's okay. Oh hey, we found more. That's lucky. Almost sounds like I knew it was there. I didn't, just to be clear. But yeah. Okay. For anyone accusing me of being like a liar, to be fair, you know, sometimes I lie, but that's because lying is cool. It's like a crime. I guess sometimes lying is a crime. I just recalled. There's only 5 here. There's 6. Okay, that's fine. The numbers still work out. That's what matters. Look, lying is not a crime. That's what I want to tell people today. The lawyer may say otherwise, but that's okay. I'm not your lawyer. However, don't go to court and say, well, a streamer told me it was okay to lie because, you know, I'm not protecting you on that one. And if anyone says, I'm not protecting you on that one, then don't trust them. You know, he's lying. He is our lawyer. Ah, shit. Got me. I've been your lawyer the whole time, Turtle. And, sorry. I'm sorry for what, the papers that are coming through, telling you to do. Because, boy, you're not going to enjoy those papers. Okay. We need to place another 13 of them. Okay. That's doable. Are they coloring papers? Yeah, kinda. I mean, yes, but also no. You know what? Maybe. Who knows? I was about to say I'm not your lawyer, but that's literally the conversation we're having, the theory that I am. 3 more, okay. I think it's actually against the law to impersonate a lawyer, so pretty sure I literally just broke the law then. Damn. Well, it's fine. It's probably a law made by lawyers themselves, right? Illegal to impersonate a lawyer, says the lawyers. Suspicious. Sounds like someone's really just protecting their own bread, you know? And again, I don't know how laws are made. I don't pay attention in school when they explain that stuff. I'm not sure they even explain that stuff in school, actually. But then again, that's what someone who doesn't pay attention in school would say. They never taught us this. Yeah, sure they didn't. I know that's what the person who used to fail every class used to say in school as well. Ah, they never taught us this. Meanwhile, I'm over there getting high 70s. Unless it was math, in which case I was actually doing pretty well. If it wasn't math, high 70s. So we've got 70. Oh, speaking of 70, we need 30 more. Just connect those together real quick. Okay. We're about to have some problems. Neat. I love problems. Oh, actually, hang on. I just realized I don't love problems. I create problems. There's a difference. Ask Panda, she'll agree. Does Steve create problems? Yes. It won't even be a sad yes. It'll be a, like, yeah, obviously. He knows who she married. really funny when I do something that's slightly, well, I say slightly annoying. When she's frustrated at me, sometimes she'll tell her mother, and her mother will be like, "Oh, I'm sure he didn't mean it." And it's like, why is she taking my side? Shouldn't she take her daughter's side? So I'm like, haha, your mother sides with me. Not really. Not entirely sides with me. It's like a, you know, kind of a siding, but not entirely. It's like, I'm sure he has his reasons. It's like, yeah, that's not, don't side with me. Okay, so that generates a bit more power, which is good. Does it generate more power? It doesn't seem to be generating more power. Seems to be doing like another 0.3 gigawatts more. I'll take it. I've still got a little bit more to go, so yeah. I love it when I've got the car. Oop, let's crash into that. I mean, yeah, I crashed into that, but I mean, I don't really care if I crash into rocks. Like, that's what rocks are for, right? To be crashed into. Okay, how many more of these do we have? 7? Do we have the exact right number? Oh my goodness, he's done it again. Ah, McCain, you've done it again. Absolutely cracked it. Cracked it, boys. Okay. And then one more. Okay. Then what we're going to do is connect this out here. Out here. I'm looking forward to actually getting the nuclear power up and running one day. I don't know when that's exactly happening, but it's a cool idea, right? Think about it, nuclear power. Who could you trust more with nuclear power than your old friend SeiferKatt? Probably a lot of people actually. There's a lot of people who probably be safer with nuclear power. That's okay. Your old pal SeiferKatt. The sort of phrases that you hear at the end of the world. You know, just trust your old pal SeiferKatt with nuclear power. What's the worst that could go wrong? And then like 5 minutes later. That's nice to get that one understood. We have created too many. You know what? Oh, the pain machine. I forgot about the pain machine. You didn't know Steve worked for Vault-Tec? I mean, the Vault-Tec wasn't Vault-Tec like made with the combination of the US government? Like it was a US government contract. I don't work for the US government. That's what they all say when they work for the US government. Dun dun dun. The weirdest cover operation ever. Yeah, so SeiferKatt, some New Zealander, is actually working for the US government in nuclear sciences. You'd never believe it. I certainly wouldn't. We'll just chuck some wind turbines down. Why? Because we got them, we might as well. They had grant money, but they weren't part of it. They were sort of a part of it. I mean, the The original idea for Vault-Tec, as far as I recall, was that it was going to be a little bit of a social experiment. They weren't actually expecting nuclear war, but they were kind of expecting originally to just put people in the vaults to just test how people dealt with certain things. And then the nuclear war actually happened. But there is Vault 0, I think, or Vault 1, where the government all hid, and that government eventually became the Enclave, I believe. I think that's how it goes. I don't quite know how the Brotherhood of Steel worked out. I know they were Pentagon, but yeah, the experiments were sanctioned by the government to some degree. I don't think Vault-Tec just decided to be evil on their own. That being said, like, Fallout is absolute satire, and I feel like Bethesda didn't realize that note. Yeah, like a lot of things Bethesda didn't notice. Yeah, and the Brotherhood of Steel is what the army became, I believe. Be wrong on that, though. John Henry Eden. Love John Henry Eden. Okay, so we've got more power coming through. We've got a lot more things coming through, actually. We're generating an extra 0.5 gigawatts. A lot of fans didn't realize it was criticizing the premise either. That is fair. Oh, are we out of explosives? I mean, I don't think I was really a fan of Fallout until Fallout 3, which, you know, I played 1 and 2 after I played 3. I never finished them. I mean, I would also say I didn't realize Warhammer was satire for the longest time either, but to be fair, I started caring about that game when I was 13. And yeah, hell yeah, who doesn't love superpowered space marines who exterminatus a planet? To be fair, the space marines don't exterminatus a planet, but you know what I mean. That's pretty cool, right? God Emperor, yep. I mean, these days, if I hear the phrase God Emperor, I just, like, you know, it's a buckle in, boys, it's gonna get bad. Like, name a time where someone's called the God Emperor and it's not bad. I can think of 3, and none of them are good. Although one of them was God Pharaoh, but still. Oh, but yeah, still. God King titles are usually pretty bad. You know, the 3 I'm thinking of is, like, obviously, the Emperor of Man. That's a bad one. You've got Nicobolus, who was a God Emperor of Amonkhet. And that went badly for the Amonketians. Amonketians? I don't know what word to use for them. But that went badly for them. That was a Magic the Gathering reference. And the other one I'm thinking of was Doctor Doom was a God Emperor at some point. Although Doctor Doom is an interesting villain. I kind of dig Doctor Doom. Like, he's an asshole, but, you know, he gets shit. He's a loose cannon, but he gets the job done, you know? And, you know, the real thing with... I've been reading a little bit of stuff about Doctor Doom lately because, you know, that's just where my research goes sometimes. And it's like, the people of Latveria do love Doctor Doom. They're like, yeah, Doctor Doom's friggin' rad. And that'd say something. You know, if the rest of the world goes, yeah, this guy's evil as shit, but your own people go, no, 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 he's not evil. He's the only one willing to do the things that the world needs. Like, his own people love him. I mean, sure, they could be wrong, but clearly someone likes Doctor Doom. And you gotta make something out of that, right? I don't know what exactly, but certainly something. Okay, so what I'd like to do is make, like, a few more of these. Very happy to cut away more power. Running an errand, should be back soon. All good, Dave? Counterpoint, just loses vaguely at politics. Yeah, well, I know, right? Politics as they are. Has any politician called themselves a god emperor yet? That's just not really a valid question. It's just something I was wondering just at that moment. If they have, you know what? If someone started calling themselves the god emperor in modern day society, I'd be like, yeah, I don't trust a single word you have to say. But really? This was supposed to be funny haha time. Please tell me no one's calling themselves a god emperor. Please. Well, okay, then yeah, I know. I guess no, I guess the Emperor of Man doesn't call himself God Emperor because, you know, he's just a dead boy. Dead boy. I can't get away from orc stuff when I talk about Warhammer. Everything just boys. Them boys dead hard. And as we all know, we all want hard boys. You know what they say, if your boys aren't hard, then what's the point? Machines beep, not dead because he is a god. I mean, that or a demon. Could be a demon. Emperor of Man worshipping their dead god. And they could be worshipping the wonderfulness of Slaanesh and Nurgle. Mostly Nurgle. Big fan of Nurgle. No. Nurgle never did anything wrong. He's just a good, happy boy. Who doesn't love a good, happy boy? I love good, happy boys. Sure, the disease things are concerned, but, you know, can't blame Nurgle for that. Plus, if he was dead, he'd be spinning in his grave. That's true, he would be spinning like a top. I mean, that was kind of the policy of Robolte Gilliman, where he's like, alright guys, I'm back. How's the Empire go? How's this whole ship sailing right now? And then he's just like, well, I kind of wish this place was dead. I wish everyone was dead. This is far worse than I could have possibly imagined. They're like, you know, and like some like friggin' clergyman just whispers to someone else, he's really happy how it's going. He's really pleased with us. Meanwhile, Robolte Gilliman just cries. He's crying out of love and devotion for the God Emperor. That's the worst wake up, to find out everything you ever fought for is just a mockery now. That's pretty harsh. So we would have had slowdown with rubber when we had a power crisis. That should have hopefully picked back up again. A lot of these compressors would have stopped. In fact, are we still having power problems? Wait, how much power are we? We went from 2.6 to 3.2. We definitely went up in power. So that's cool, I guess. But not really. Still connected, right? Stupid question, I know. Yeah, it's all connected. I think I thought I had more power than I actually did. That might be the other problem. Which means rubber is not going to be coming through super fast right now. It is going to be produced, but a far reduced... No, never mind. It's not being produced at all. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Speaking of Revolte Gilliman, hello. How is your dead emperor? Still dead. Actually not too difficult to make more reactors. Putting that out there. As long as we've got thermal tanks, which we might actually have created in the time that we were doing nothing. Of course, we also might not have created a damn one. Oh, we did create some. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Do we want to think about making some reactors? Oh, wait, I don't think we make large furnace 2s. I don't think we make large furnaces at all, in fact. Do we? Make large furnace 1s, but not 2s. Okay. Do we want to consider making large furnace 2s? Real quick, I imagine these... No, hang on. We've never made any. What are we short here? Why are you not making them? Oh, because I'm a fool. Okay. Well, at least I know where I need to go next. Okay, so the reason we're not making any large furnaces is for stupid reasons. And then if we can get large furnace 2s, then what we can do is actually make some nuclear silos, or nuclear reactors. And that'll be exciting, won't it? We make 2 of those, each one will be doing 75 megawatts of power. Because it's not 100% out native bonus, it's 50 native bonus. So it's not quite as good as what we used to in base Factorio. And so 2 on each side. So if we do the 2x2 array, it's basically 100%. So each one will be doing 100 megawatts, 400 megawatts power. That's good. Yeah, I think we all agree that's good. Do you not agree? I don't care. Just got really savage there for a moment. Okay. First off, you're not making anything because you just can't be asked. I get it. I've been there. What we're going to do is we're going to just grab those. Okay, so that's been broken for a long time. Yeah, sure, why not? And why would you make things efficiently the first time, right? That's crazy speak. Small furnace 3s, what did you want? Small furnace 2s? Well, I've got some bad news for you. You're getting small furnace 2s. Heat pipes are bad at transferring heat, even pipe 3s. A 2x2, 5 exchanges on each side, double pipes, and the last one struggles to get heat on fail. Oh, good. That's the sort of truth I love to read. Small furnace 2 drop. Okay, so actually... Down to 1%, can't hear voice. Okay, all good. Sorry, they're not feeling well then. How about that? We can do that. It's just, well, we can't control it. Okay, that's fair. And annoying, but mostly fair. Okay, so that's been broken for a long time. In fact, it's been broken forever because I never actually designed it properly. Honestly, I'd have it no other way. And that'll make large furnace 1s, which to be fair, is still pretty rad. Like, you gotta love large furnace 1s, right? You don't have to. I'm not telling you what you have to love. Like, I'm not at that level of demanding yet. Maybe later, but not today. And they're just going to make the chimneys. Okay, well, not make the chimneys. So that should have been done a long time ago. That's alright. Large furnaces. Large furnace 2 specifically. These are actually pretty easy to build. Is that a Dune reference? Probably. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a crowfoot somewhere. Probably here. I'm never a big fan of Dune. Like, I read it, but I was like, really care that much. And then everyone got really excited about the new Dune movie, and I'm just like, And I tried to reread it because I thought maybe I didn't get it the first time, and I just cared even less the second time reading it. Like, okay, well, alright then. I mean, let's be honest, the best part of Dune was Dune 2. And I wasn't reading that book because it wasn't based off a book. At least I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Alright, just start assembling that last little bit and I'll be pretty happy. Yeah. Okay, what do we want? Substation 2s, insulation boxes, belts. Sure, we can do that. We can do all of that. Getting a lot of building done today. Good to get some building done every now and then. Insulation. I feel like insulation's doing better than it used to be doing. It still needs some work. Belt 4s, okay. And like everything else, that'll really just push up a bunch of things that need to be produced after that, but that's okay. Now, I don't think we need too many large furnaces, do we? We need a couple, but we don't need a lot of them. The annoying thing is we can only build them in large assemblers, of which we have one of currently. So, let's bring in the large assemblers, I suppose. They're on the literal other side of the factory. Oh, of course they are! Alright, they'll come in eventually. That's not actually great. I'll do it this way. And they require 5 things, which means we're doing this thing again. And we can probably do it that way, and that way. You need these substations? You never go wrong with too many substations. By that logic, you can never have too many substations, but you know. You get my point. Okay, and finally, this is where the insulation is going to come from. When we have insulation better sorted out, which it's probably going to need work as well. Everything needs work, let's be honest, we know that. But it's alright. One step at a time, right? One step at a time. Large furnace. Now, as I said, we don't need a lot of these, but we're going to need a couple. Need nanofabricator 2s, do we? We do need nanofabricator 2s. Okay, so they do need to be able to be shipped out. Good to know. Medium furnace 3s and large furnace 1s. Okay. What are these? These are furnace 2s. These are medium furnace. Those large furnace 1s. Okay, well, I'd like them. Wait a second, medium furnace 3s? We don't make medium furnace 3s. Goofed up. Not really, actually, but... we're gonna need to make medium furnace 3s as well. Okay. Just chuck a whole bunch of stuff into there. It'll sort itself out. Do not fret. Be not a fretten. You do not fretten me. Alright, so that's all good, but we don't make medium furnace 3s. And we need to. So let's, for now, that back in its to its train, because it will have a train. We know that. The whole purpose of these crow networks. You can't leave? Oh, you can't leave, you're right. Sorry. Okay. That's large furnace 3s. Let's get the train on there. So that way we don't need to worry about that. That way I've got one less thing to worry about, right? Congratulations on acquiring dinner. What is dinner today, by the way? What? Hang on. What? What? Well, I'm a fool. I do make all of this already. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. I make all of this already. Maybe I should have double checked that before doing all of that work. It's okay. Okay. Best Pizza, they're open late and they carry out only and they refuse all delivery apps. Oh man, that's an interesting model. Ah, this sucks. The important thing is there's no one to blame other than myself, so that's cool, I suppose. Ooh. Yep. The hope is if we do this right, we can probably, like, restock everything. Or, hang on, here's the better idea. Rather than restocking everything, why don't we just take it to where it needs to go and they'll just have extra supplies? Who doesn't love extra supplies? I mean, it's almost done. And the plus note is there was nothing really else here. Yeah, we just get extra supplies. Supplies are awesome. Who doesn't love supplies? You know, when you're walking down the street, you know you love a big supplies. Sorry, couldn't help myself on that one. I'll rephrase that. Could have helped myself, chose not to. Supplies. Okay, how are we doing? Finish tearing this off, and then we'll be good, I think. My robots are completely out of power. Wonderful. I guess I have to finish this on my own. Rude. That's a rock. That wasn't even something I put there. I didn't put that rock there. Someone else. Who put that rock there, eh? I want that person drawn and quartered. I want them... Oh, actually, that's a bit much. I want that person punished by being ripped to half. Ripped to half? What the hell am I even saying anymore? I don't know. We'll just chuck some batteries in there and... So... Large assembler. Nope, large furnace too. That's where we want to go. Just take us there. We'll sort out the rest when we get there. It does appear to be suffering a few things, not just radioactive decay. It also seems to be suffering. A lot of things are suffering right now. So I'm doing the thing you should never do, which is ride a train and text. If you're riding a train, you should never be texting. They tell you that in the news, but I wasn't paying attention. I find it concerning the train went that far in before deciding it didn't want to go any further. That shouldn't have happened. That's alright. We'll get some boxes. That's too many boxes, but whatever. Factorio's... Look, honestly, if the Factorio is the second reason you're coming here now and not the first one, I am super okay with that. I am actually happier with that than you'd think. That means you'll come here for anything. In theory. You don't have to. You can come away if you want to. But, you know. I mean, that's the optimal situation, honestly, if you ask me. Belt 4s. There. Yeah, and then we just pick all that stuff back up. Yeah! I got really excited there, I'm sorry. If that startled anyone, don't worry, it startled me too. Oh, I startled my own Me Too movement. No, that's not what it means. Don't make that joke. That joke was bad. That train is not an official train. I know what you're thinking. That train is not an official train. See, it's gone. It's gone. Poof. That train was just so I could carry the stuff here. And now we've done it. An absolute madman. We've done it now. Large furnace ones. I don't seem to be using these large furnace ones. Can I just chuck them in here? Or why not? The medium furnace 3s appears to be my main problem. And I have a funny feeling we're actually making those now. We make them over here. So I guess we're not making them. Why are we having delays on these? Because we don't have... I can't help but notice that 2 of these lines are titanium. That probably is wrong. Okay. What? What? Air filter 2s. Why are we not picking those up? Why are we not making those? We should be. Which to me sounds like the something's done gone goofed. Probably. It surprised me. I think something done gone doofed. Whatever. Done gone goofed a lot. Let's go down here and figure it out. I'm so excited! You know the rules! Don't explode! Total dismemberment's what I'm dreaming of. You won't get this from any other guy. Probably for the best. Okay, these should not be in boxes. That's the problem. Both of these shouldn't be in boxes. Okay. Goes well, Hellbait. How about yourself? I mean, we're finding a lot of things that have been wrong since I created them. So they could have been better. But, you know, beyond that, if we did this, it'd be way better. See, and then it just connects straight in. Because that should have never, ever, ever been like that. But, you know, it was. So, what are you going to do, right? The answer is you're going to correct it. Probably, if you can figure out how. Yeah, we've got some real problems here, don't we? I mean, no worse than usual, of course, but still. We'll get through them, though. We always solve the problems in the end. Because, you know, we always keep going. And as long as we never give up, get there. Never give up, never surrender. You're doing pretty well, not a walk. Walk? Glad you don't work graveyard. I mean, I can respect that. I've never done a graveyard shift before, but I can respect that. I had a friend who used to work graveyard. She quite enjoyed it though. But I mean, she was like working for a casino at the time. I don't know if that changes anything. Probably doesn't. Graveyard is graveyard, right? So what's going on here? Why are these not being made? Oh, let me guess. Because we didn't want them in boxes, but they're... That's fine. That's fine. We are getting there. Progress is a happening. That's what matters. Think we're good now? No, we're not. Why are you not building? Because we still have boxes of these bloody pumps. Wait, why don't I just do it this way? I've got the pump boxes over here. Why don't I just chuck them in there? That'd be way easier. Yeah, probably. Ah, goodness, he's learning. Very slowly, though. Cool, so that's now making the air filter 2s. They should have been made ages ago. Moving on to the next absolute friggin' disaster of the day. What we're going to do is we're going to collect up all of these boxes because they're wrong. We might as well just do it in the right way this time. Oh, really? You got too full, did you? You just got too full and you didn't want to eat anymore. Oh. You're just getting salty. We all knew it was a moment of time, let's be honest. We all knew it would happen one day. Honestly, if anything, we're kind of surprised that it took this long. I mean, I am. And there's the bloody duck. Captain, it's the bloody duck! Har har fiddle-dee-dee, bloody duck is coming for me. Alright, so that fixes up a bunch of stuff that honestly should have been never wrong in the first place. That's okay. It's another thing that's going right now. Sounds like a good drink called Blood Duck. Is that a real thing? Okay, but it's making things. That's what matters more than anything else, right? It is advancing the tech level. Now, we've still got no combustion 3s. Why not? Lack of medium tank 3s. That doesn't entirely surprise me. Alright then. We can probably get rid of those. Might as well save some extra resources, right? Use them for something later. Okay, so what have we learned? We do actually have all of this stuff that we need. Do we have heat pipe 3s? I don't know if we have heat pipe 3s. Okay, so we do actually have all the stuff needed to make the reactors. That's kind of cool. Do we want to make Stirling Engine 3s before we make the reactors? Question. Do we? Question I hadn't really considered. Got all that done. Where's my car? I've walked straight past it. Okay. Gotta make grid batteries at some point, but those will be coming. They'll be sorted out one day. I would like to get more power. Okay, Stirling engines. How much work do they need? Stirling engine 3s. We need grid batteries for them. So, I mean, you just come back to the same situation. We've got to get the grid battery sorted out. These are still being made. Yes and no. Why are they exactly at 0? That's the part that confuses me. Did we just get the exact number of rockets and just, rocket fuel and just decide to stop at that point? Rubber is the problem. Okay, well, rubber's usually the problem. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not fussed by that. Rubber will be resolved when we get power back up on in a good place. Which I think rubber's probably going to be going right now, right? Yeah. Just trying to catch up on a few other things, but it'll be working on it. Insulation, might as well take this off now. Okay. I think it'd be the correct action to get some nuclear power going. We can always improve the Stirling engines later. Sure, we lose some efficiency, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Where did I build the concrete? Up there. You know what? Let's get enough of it for the rocket silo as well. How much titanium have I stocked? Quite a bit. Probably not enough. It's a valid question though. Titanium I have stocked. I don't know where my titanium is. We have 9,000 or so. Probably more than that actually. You think it's enough? Maybe, okay, maybe then what we do is we hold off on that for now. No, look, we'll start doing the science, but if we get to a problem where titanium gets below 1,000, we'll sound a horn or something. Okay, so what I'd like to do is get yellow and black. Oh, the hazard concrete. Okay, so we need 5 boxes of hazard concrete. Let's see. Okay, so we need a few boxes of hazard concrete, but not really that much. Quite frankly, we've actually almost got everything we need to build the silo. It's interesting. We don't have the drone launchers, and we're going to need drone launchers. Yeah. So we'll take that anyway. We're just going to drive around and get a bunch of stuff that we need. Should have really grabbed the large furnace twos while we were there. Alright, we can go back for them. Quote, might and magic. We can always go back. I don't know why that's quoting might and magic specifically, but it always just... The phrase, we can always go back, reminds you of might and magic 6? 6, yes. My magic 6 was good shit, by the way. If anyone wants to question me on that, you're wrong. That's how questions go, right? Just immediately declare someone's wrong and go about your life. Combustion chamber 3s, where are they at? I have a funny feeling we don't have any combustion chamber 3s. Maybe just don't make power reactors just yet. It's using a lot of time for stuff that we don't really need actively. We really need to get grid batteries going. Okay, so we have 0 combustion chambers. That's a bad number of combustion chambers to have. Mostly because we don't have combustion chamber 2s, which is confusing. Why do we not have combustion chamber 2s? Did we just decide we didn't want to deal with it and just didn't? Pretty much. Okay, well that's... What was I thinking when I built this area? Because it seems like everything in it is just wrong in some, like, fundamental way. Kind of wonderful and fascinating how wrong everything is here. Like, I'm actually truly impressed. I don't think I've built anything this consistently wrong in quite some time. Like, this is impressive how wrong I am. Now these large tank or medium tanks, how are they coming along? And they feel like it. They're actually being made though. That's cool. In fact, it is actually willing to almost come in this direction. So that's cool. I mean, we need to make grid batteries. That's really the long and short of it. They're gonna just keep making their stuff. I think I need these small furnace 4s. I don't know why they're 4s. 3s? Yes. Rid of those. I don't ever need small furnaces. Too small. I'm this guy. I love that message. That's a good message. That's a good message. And people say Twitch viewers are all horrible goblins, and then I in the sky proves everyone wrong. Yeah, we can do other shirt. It's a fairly simple one today, because I didn't really think that I was streaming until I decided to. So, did it do what the shirt? This shirt, it's a really simple one. It's just the Miss Marvel shirt, you know. Sometimes you gotta have a lightning bolt. It's just a really simple shirt. It's just a lightning bolt. Yeah, I do like the lightning bolt symbol. So this is Miss Marvel's symbol, but there's like the story of I'm trying to remember the name of the Miss Marvel actress, something Villani. Anyway, so she was a big fan of Miss Marvel when she was younger, and she made her own costume for Miss Marvel at Halloween, and everyone thought she was going as like the Flash, and she's just like, and I'm like, watching that, I'm like, oh yeah, I could see that. But I just didn't even consider it. It's just like, oh yeah, I guess it's the same symbol in some ways, isn't it? By some ways, I mean the literal same ways. Because it's the same symbol. We're just going to keep on crafting. I wonder if it would be worth driving over to the large tank factory and, oh sorry, the medium tank factory, and just putting some productivity in there and making it a bit faster. And by wondering if that's a good idea, it's definitely a good idea. I'll run to these rocks first. Yeah, the Flash is definitely more popular, at least in the like common zeitgeist point of view. Whether that's true in like 20, 30 years, who knows? I mean, the Flash did have like a very, very large lead, but I mean, you know, Marvel doing what Marvel does these days in like multi-brand recognition, like I don't. I mean, they got different fan groups, right? Miss Marvel definitely has a much different target audience than the Flash does. The Flash tends to be focused more at the standard comic book readers. And to be fair, I don't know a lot about the Flash, but you know, more or less, as far as I'm concerned, you know, it's a white guy with superpowers. Now, does he have interesting things about him? Probably. But I don't really know anything about him because honestly, I just went, oh yeah, you're a white guy who fast. Having fun times throwing Flash into the garbage. Yeah, I'm sure they are having fun with it. I mean, the best thing about throwing Flash into the garbage is he gets out pretty quick because he's real fast. But I mean, and you know, I don't think every property that they release with their popular Marvel characters is particularly great either. You know, I find it really interesting, like being into the comics and the MCU and stuff. Just like occasionally, just I come across like this animation thing that is clearly made for kids, and it's so funny to me because I feel like whoever's making the cartoons struggle with the idea that kids know that the person has two names. Maybe they do. I don't know. I've never really dealt with kids, but you know, so when they're all just sort of sitting around in like their house or whatever, Avengers Tower, they're still calling Tony Stark Iron Man. Like, he's not dressed as Iron Man. Stop calling him Iron Man. You know? I just thought it was really funny. Or, you know, just being like, ah, Black Widow, it's good to see you. And it's just like, why are you not calling him Natasha? Like, do you think kids struggle with this? Do kids struggle with this? I don't know. Maybe they do. But it's really funny to me, just like the whole impersonal nature of just never calling your colleagues by their first names. It's kind of funny to me. Honestly, that's one thing I've always thought DC has done well. I always thought DC did really well with their cartoons. Like, the animation has always been, I think, better than their movies. Is that a controversial opinion? I don't know. I don't care either. But, like, I remember watching, what was it? Oh, it was like Batman Beyond or Batman of the Future, depending on what you want to call it. Yeah, it had different names. It was just so good, and then it's just like, their TV shows are kind of, their movies are kind of meh. And I'm like, why? Like, you've clearly got good writers. Just let them write, you know, not garbage, please. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't even know, I don't even think you say it's the actors. I think it's actually just the writing, which is strange. I mean, do you remember, like, I mean, everyone does, so I don't know why I'm about to say, do you remember this thing? The Batman animated TV show, you know, Batman the animated series. So good. It was so good. Like, I thought it was so good, and then I was like, but what if it wasn't good? And I went back and watched it, like, admittedly 10 years ago now, but look, you know what? 10 years ago, it's still adult Steve. I was like, shit, this is still good. How the hell is this still so good? Yeah, no, I'm not doubting it. I mean, every now and then, like, it's just DC's stuff is best animated. Marvel's best stuff is probably everything else. I don't know. I thought it was really funny, the Teen Titans show. I really liked Teen Titans. Then Teen Titans Go happened. I'm like, wow, you really went for the gag anime, didn't you? And I couldn't watch it because I was like, I like Teen Titans when it wasn't always gag anime. Sometimes it was. Sometimes it was gag anime, and that's fine. You can do some gaggy shows every now and then. I'm not gonna, you know, tell them you can't do that. But he just read. Yes, here's a white. Here's middle-aged white. Middle-aged? Am I middle-aged? I don't know. Getting there. Complaining about a kids' TV show. Yep, that's a thing that happens on the internet a lot. Yeah. Oh, guys, this is the caramel Dunson array. I'm never sad to see the caramel Dunson array. We're done with that for now. We've got other things to do other than listen to the caramel dancing array. I'm glad we saw it, and I'm glad we did it. You know what? I just realized we've got a bunch of stuff in here that we don't need, so we're just going to crap box some things. We don't need these small assemblers. We don't use small assemblers. We've got these chimney ones. We don't need those. These, absolutely not. Okay. So let's go to a drop-off point because we've got a bunch of garbage we just do not need. How's bauxite going these days? Oh yeah, bauxite is fine. Okay, get that sorted out. We'll drop off. I don't think we need to do sandstone right now, so we're not going to. But what we will do. Who's my favorite caramel dancing girl? What, you mean the 3 anime caramel girls, which is confusing since there are only 2 female singers in caramel dancing. I don't know. Is this something we need to find out? Do I need to do the research on what's my favorite caramel girl? I'm willing to do this research. I just want to know if this is what you're asking before we do it. Oh, just because I watched one documentary that went for 40 minutes. And I'm really just absolutely saying the stuff that I learned in that documentary. So, I mean, I can absolutely look at the Caramella Girls and say, hey, which of the Caramella Girls is my favorite, if you want to know. You know what? Let's do that. Sorry, guys. Be right back. Panda just wants me to take care of something. Be just a moment. Post ducks or something. You know what you do. The fact that someone put out a documentary about caramel dancing is hilarious. I mean, it is. Wait until you watch H Bomber Guy's video on the oof sound from Roblox. That was a video and a half. Oh, about the length of a feature film, that one. Alright, so let's look at the Caramel Girls. Do this. Okay, so let's just switch the scene to Firefox, which is mostly safe. Okay, hang on. Let's just make sure we don't go into images and get something weird. Let's just go into here real quick, because I don't want to, like... Okay. I think that's fine. Take a quick look just to make sure I'm not sharing anything creepy. No, we're good. Okay, so Caramel Girls. There's 3 of them, right? I'm gonna go... Probably the brown-haired one in the middle. I like the skirt of the blonde one, though. Cute skirt. Also, because Japan, they got to worry about the absolute territory. Like, they've really done that, right? You can see it on all their designs. Just the small amount of skin showing from the thigh highs. Very important for Japanese design. I just want to point that out for you. Anyway, let's get back to Factorio, because we've already creeped everyone else out enough, including myself, that I had to mention absolute territory. Moving on. Oh god, moving on. So. Still having power problems? No. So I think we do need to get grid batteries going. A tier, AT fields, not quite S tier. Yeah, no, not quite S tier, that's true. Still decent, you know. No one would be complaining. I'm not quite sure, I don't remember quite the definition of AT, the different versions of AT, or different tiers, but S tier is just like very little skin showing and it's quite high up, right? I don't know how I know this. There would have been some web search late at night reading about this. I know that. You remember, guys, when I was like bricking over my base? I told you it wouldn't last long, and it lasted, I think, longer than I thought it would. But yeah. S tier is the same as A tier, but they're tsundere. What? Actually? I didn't know. Oh god, okay, yeah, see, this is a level of weeb that I was not aware of. I was not aware that personality came into it. Okay, okay. I'm learning, I'm learning. What am I learning? Nothing good. Panda will come home, she's like, what did you get up to? Learning about AT fields. She's like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, that's fine. And I'll get away with it scot-free because she won't know what I'm saying. She might, though. I might have mentioned this to her before. I love how it's all sock skirt ratios until you get to S tier. See, I knew it was all like the sock skirt ratios. Oh, socklet, I see. But I didn't know it ever came down to. I didn't know there was a tsundere requirement. The internet, you know, is one of those things that it's like every day we go further away from God's good graces. Oh, I thought you were saying socklet, which is a thing apparently. But yeah, every day we move a little bit further away from the light of God. Even if you're not religious, you know it's true. You know, every day we just get a little bit worse and we really think, should we have done this? Have we gone too far? You know, even if you're an atheist, just consider that for a moment and go, yeah, we might have gone too far as a society. Maybe we should just burn the whole thing down. But we have the power of God and anime on our side. I forgot about the power of God and anime on our side. Oh, that's another very old meme. Doesn't that kid then shriek? I have the power of God and anime on our side. Shriek! I don't know. He's like got a katana and everything. Does he have a fedora though? That's the question I can't remember. He might have a fedora. In my head he has a fedora, but that's just because that's how I remember it. Doesn't mean it's true. Because, you know, fedoras are just how you actually be cool. I think we all know that. Did anyone have a fedora stage? Like, no judgment here, I promise. I'm just curious. I didn't personally, but I did have a shirt time where I would wear like a button-up shirt undone and a t-shirt underneath. I thought that was cool. Was it cool? And someone's like, I still do that. It wasn't cool the way I was doing it. Like, I was doing it like black on black. Again, no offense if you're doing that currently. Wow, why are my follower numbers going down so rapidly? Turns out, like, inner shirt, outer shirt gang is, like, very present in this group. Fedora was all women are queens if she breathes. She's... No, some people just liked the fedora. They thought it made them look classy. But to be fair, that was like a generation or two behind me. So I don't know what we did for coolness in my generation. I mean, I certainly didn't do any of them because I was never cool. I just gave up on ever trying to be cool. Does it show? Don't answer that one, please. Okay, before we do this, let's make sure we haven't already made these. We'd already made one of them. Okay, that's fine. We never made grid battery 2s. Let's just change this real quick. Grid battery 1. Okay. We've already got grid battery 1s. Yeah. Let's think about being cool. First step is not caring if you're cool or not. Why is Seifer so cool now? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. It is funny though. I'm not cool. Alright. I don't even think I'm gonna be cool. And I gave up being cool a long time ago. Because it's not who I am. I'm just being me. And if you think that's cool, then awesome. You know? That's great. But you don't need to be cool. Being cool is just a restriction that other people put on you. You can be cool on your own. Be absolutely freaking rad if you want to be. I ain't judging. It's weird because I love judging. I judge all the time. I'm like Judge Judy over here. I don't know why I'm Judge Judy. It's because Panda's been watching so much Judge Judy lately. She will not stop. I sound like I'm complaining about it. I'm not. I'm very amused by it. I just hear her like being Judge Judy over there. You have a friend that went on one of those judge shows? Not Judge Judy though. You worded it in such a way it didn't sound like it was Judge Judy. Another show. Okay. They win. I went to court once. I didn't win. And I was the one trying to put the thumbs in, but I did not win. I tried though. Tried. I didn't lose. I just didn't win. They say if you don't win, you lose. I think everyone lost in that one. So I'll take that. They're all dramatized. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. The show pays for all the verdicts. Wait, what? That's disappointing. The show pays for all the verdicts, and why even bother? That's fine. In my one, the guy definitely had to pay something. Content. Okay, well, before anyone suggests, I'm not doing a judge show because I'm not paying for that sort of content. Someone's like, Judge Seifer, let's go, boys. No, Judge Seifer will never be a thing that happens. Besides, I think Northern Line's got React Court. He can handle that. It's televised arbitration. That's true. That's disappointing. Still, I really love the scoff, like, when someone says something. I love that. I should have done that when I was in the courtroom, just scoffed. Except it didn't work when I was in the courtroom because the guy I was even going against wasn't even there. He hired someone to bring in, and I should have scoffed at that. I absolutely didn't scoff enough. That was my fault. That's why I didn't win. I didn't scoff enough. And the judge is like, Enough scoffing. You're right there? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Why aren't you scoffing more? Do I need to scoff more? Yeah, pretty much. And the judge is just like, wow, this is the worst case I've ever looked at. Guy's not even scoffing. You even scoff, bro? Do not suggest audible scoffing. Yeah, exactly. He should have been scoffing the whole way through. Hello, I am Judge. Oh! How to be kicked out of a courtroom. Reminder, Steve is not a lawyer. Please do not do what he says. Yeah, no, I don't. Generally, I would not want to be pissing off a judge. Be great with a closed caption though. Audible scoff heard. All right. Oh no, Dave. No. No. Oh, it's so funny and so bad. You can see on his bed like a pair of handcuffs on the side of the bed, and you're like, okay, yeah, not judging, but well, I mean, he's judging. Obviously, he's a judge, but you know what I'm saying. It's just like, okay, this is the level of professionalism we're going for today, is it? Yeah, someone has to be judging. Yeah, that's true. It's not me. I'm not judging. I'm not a judge. I'm not allowed to. Not since the incident. Okay, so that's technically grid battery sorted. We're gonna need more sensors. And more heat pipes. And more fiberglass. Unfortunately, there was no incident. I just like to say, not since the incident. It's just a phrase I like to say. Because it always makes people curious. I do it at work a lot. Okay, good. I mean, I could make up an incident, but would that be as fun? I mean, do you guys come on here to hear me tell lies? I mean, some of you do actually. I just remember how often I lie while streaming. You know what I mean. Like absolute freaking falsities. Aren't court order. That's a good one. Not allowed to do it since I haven't been allowed to do it since the court order. That's still. Yeah, I mean, you can play with that. Yeah. Okay. I found a new way to get Panda to raise an eyebrow when I'm talking to people she doesn't want me talking to. It implies that there's people she doesn't want me talking to. That's not actually the case. I'm making shit up again. Some good shit. Sadly, I don't go to that many parties where, like, that sort of thing happens. Like, mostly when I go to a party, I know everyone there. Just because, you know... Dave being malicious? No, Dave's being the ultimate wingman. Think about it. If you can pull that one off... Like, if you got the right charisma for it, if you roll a nat 20, you've got a good time ahead of you, my friend. Or you're going to jail. Either way, you know, life's about to be a bit more interesting for you. Okay. Let's start trying to make the silo, eh? So, Laboratory 3s, we haven't got those sorted yet. We haven't got Logistics Bots sorted yet. We haven't got Sensor Node 3 sorted yet. Okay, that's probably where we're going to start. Start from the top and work our way down, eh? Yeah, that's the plan. We're just going to start working on it, and we're just going to start from the top, work down until we get to the bottom, and then we've got a silo. We need Laboratory 3s for anything else. Not really. Laboratory 3s, not so much. Laboratory 2s, yes. We still need to make them. Thankfully, Laboratory 2s are relatively easy to make. Nanofabricators. Do we need to make more of these? Yeah, I guess. Make those. We need to. Okay, and then we're going to need to make a bunch of stuff that honestly we probably should have made a while ago. But then again, we don't really need that many of them. In Lab 3s, we need some of. You'd be better off just doing it properly, right? Don't half-ass it. Logistics bots we need for some things. Paving drones. I don't know if we're doing paving, but hang on. Do we need logistic 4s? We don't need logistics 4s. Okay, well that's good. That's something. Do we need cargo wagon 3s? No, we don't. Okay, so we don't... What I'm hearing is we don't need a lot of Lab 3s, but we're going to need them for the science. And we're going to need a lot of them. Yeah, look, I mean, gotta go with it, right? Let's go. Let's just make silos. Let's make everything we need. Let's just friggin' go with it. Let's make nanofabricated ones. We do make them. What if? Okay, here's the new plan. What if instead of making nanofabricated ones, I love that we need to make chemical plants reversed, we just stole them from up here. Like if we had a train that sort of went up here and spiraled out, could we just drop stuff into that? Could we use them all for good, not evil? And that, my friends, sounds like the best idea I've had today. that means we don't need to make a whole bunch of these things because we've already got them going. That will make this next part so much faster. In hindsight, we could have done the same thing with the furnaces, but you know what? With hindsight, right? 2020. So if we say we've got this large space over here that we can definitely use, put some trains on. Here's the real question. We don't need a lot of trains coming and going from here. We just don't. So let's make this really simple and somewhat dangerous. That's okay. Danger is my middle name. Is that right? No, it's not, because it needs to be going both ways. Okay. Now the theory is we could send them out this way. And if we have enough space, which is not actually that much needed, we just do something like that. Let's do a one wagon train. Okay. That is what we call in the business lovely. Then what we're going to do, probably the important part, we're going to get some boxes because we don't have any. Okay, that was actually not the important part, but it is an important part. This is also going to break a bunch of things in the mall. That's okay. Malls are made to be broken. That's what Amazon's decision was. Internet shopping made that maxim the truth. Malls were made to be broken. Okay, so we also do need to worry about reloading the trains, obviously. That'll load and unload the train. It also gives me a sense of space, of how much space we have. Don't have a lot. You do not need a lot. Okay. And we're going to put train, cargo wagon, train, train, cargo wagon, train. And then we're going to put batteries in trains. I'm trying to make this so this goes like as smoothly as possible once we get started. We don't need to change anything once this begins. I think that is correct. Okay, so that, oh, no, we didn't do it right. We were close, still wrong, for a very fundamental reason, because the trains were relevant. Yeah. Okay. So the plan is, this is a good plan. I'm so proud of this plan. Aside from the fact that it appears that things are broken. Other way around, I think. Goes like that, and like... It goes like that entirely. I do believe, my good sirs, I have created what we call a train jam. Build signals between the two. Oh, like... This? No. The train jam with train preserves. In fact, it goes upwards. You already have them? Oh, I see what you mean. Like between these, yes. You're right. Like this, you mean? Oh, there, the intersection. I don't know what you want. I don't know. Fine. I don't think you're wrong, I just think I'm too stupid to understand at this exact moment. Okay, so the idea is these are going to bring in the basic buildings of like whatever level we've built over here that we are not building elsewhere because quite frankly I can't be bothered. We're going to need more trains, we're going to need more wagons. So locomotives. This is a new level of disaster, by the way. I hope we're all excited. I know I am. What was I looking for? Electrolyzers. Probably. I can imagine that it might hurt something. But the alternative is... I mean, it might do. Probably fine. I don't think it'll break anything to the point of, like, extra, like, unresolvable jams. And that's probably good enough. Unresolvable jams, by the way, if you were wondering, is what they used to call me in high school. Unresolvable preserves. Indeed. Thank you very much. You may leave. You know what? My band name, absolutely. Okay. I don't think we need this many trains, but we'll prepare that many trains anyway. Because you know what they say, you'd rather have more trains than not enough trains. And then we've got to figure out what we're actually putting in here. I mean, the large miners will probably go in there. That's probably useful. "100 batteries is still an over-exaggeration, but also I am doing nothing about it. And then just anything that we make over here is now going to be exported to where it needs to go. I mean, we've got 12 trains. 12 trains is definitely too many. We've gone absolutely frippin' crazy. I was warned not to go frippin' crazy, and what have I done? I've gone frippin' crazy. I meant to say flippin' crazy, but frippin' crazy. The madness has overtaken me. I've become some sort of cultist. All gone wrong. Yeah. Hulu, the target. We'll grab some batteries there too. I don't actually think you've made any batteries since you've been waiting. Like an elder god. Or an old one, sorry. Elder gods and old ones are different. Don't forget that. Big difference. I mean, elder gods are probably not as don't be as concerned about an elder god. They are not going to give a shit about you, but they're going to give you more of a shit about you than like an old one. I mean, it's not a, oh, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. No, you're still going to be in trouble, but you might be okay. Old ones, you're absolutely not going to be okay. No matter how you swing it. I mean, we don't make Stirling engines anyway, do we? We don't. What if we had a Stirling pickup station? What if we had a geothermal pickup? Geothermal? Geothermal? We want geothermal 2s for anything? Not really. Okay, never mind. We don't need to worry about geothermals. What about lab 2s? What if we just picked up lab 2s here, huh? 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 Huh. Alright, Dave. You doing all right there, buddy? You doing all right? He's angry at trains for some reason. Exactly know why, but I'm sure he'll figure it out. Tell me, did Dave ever been angry at trains? Yes. Like, literally this moment. Used locomotives in your area. Seems like it's going to be very not safe for work. I don't know why. I've got a bad image in my head, and I don't want it. Sexy used locomotives in your area. Yep. See, that's what I was trying not to say, and then I said it anyway. I was like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Just says it anyway. It's like, okay, well. Cool. Electrolyzer 3s require both priority and surge. Do I need 3s though? Yeah, I do. Okay, here's the plan. We're going to take both of them. But not like that. We're going to have some real spaghetti time, guys. So if you enjoy spaghetti time, it's spaghetti time. Been a while since we've spaghetti this hard, so I hope you enjoy it. And we can probably take both of these out right now. Oh, no. Not like that. Not like that. Jeez, not like that. Jeez. Louise. Foundry, I believe. Foundry 2? Yeah. So currently we've got 5 out of what? 12. Okay. Little anxious, but maybe it'll be okay. Oh, we've got 6 out of 12. That's half. Good math. You can always make more. It's not actually that big a deal yet. The nanofab. Okay, well we don't need that. We don't need that. We've got those. We've got the furnace. Hydro plant. Yes, we're gonna need the hydro plant. Can we get something else on the hydro plant line? Oh, sick.
Alright, so Panda has returned home and she has found out what I'm up to, and I'm now in big trouble. I'm joking, but that does mean I have to end the stream very, very soon. So we all knew this day would come. By this day, I mean you would be ending the stream when it was time. I just want to connect one more thing to this. I don't know what it is going to be. Or no, I mean she knows because whenever I start streaming, it messages on her on her phone. So I haven't been caught because she knew that I'd be streaming. So yeah, it's all good. I mean that's the point. Like I had some time. I was like, I want to stream, and I streamed live for you. But cheapest train is $54,000. Why are you buying a train, Dave? That's what I'm not understanding. Why are you trying to buy a train? Is this a thing people... Is this what all the kids are doing these days? Trying to buy their own trains? Okay. So we are having slight problems with this. But what I would like to do is probably... We need the chemical plants, we need the distilleries. One of those is easier to get than the other one, because that's just like this. But then we need to figure out how to get the... Oh, actually, chemical plants is easy, you just do it like this. Oop. Okay, so we're just going to finish this little bit off, and then we're going to call it for the night. Just so that way I don't have to try and figure out how the hell to weave this through starting, because it seems like a bad start to a stream, trying to weave some stuff through the factory that the god nor man should have ever done. Ah, it was good weaving until that moment. I see it. I see it. Like viewing the Matrix, I see how to do it. No one can be explained what the belt weaving is. You have to find out for yourself. You move like they do. Who are they? The belt weavers. Hugo Weaving! It makes sense! Hugo Weaving was a belt weaver. It all makes sense now. The agents are belt weavers. My god. We never considered. And now we see the truth. Okay, I think at this point we've got everything more or less where we want it. Oh. And with that, I'm pretty happy. Solved that mystery, yeah. It's like the Matrix, except for, you know, terrible factory making. Some labs here too, didn't theory. Having some problems with the processes. I think it's just resolving itself literally as we speak. That's nice. I like that. Hold on. Never mind, we had other problems as well, apparently. Alright then, well let's save and we'll do our ending spiel. As I said, this is a lot shorter stream today, but I hope you've enjoyed it regardless. If you are new here and you're not following, please do consider following. I stream Monday, Saturday, Factorio Monday, Saturday, and I stream RimWorld on Wednesday and Sunday. Today was a bit of a secret stream because I felt like streaming, and so I did. And you can also go to youtube.com/SeiferKatt to view VODs of the series. I'm going to be spending a bit of time over the weekend uploading a bunch of those because they are super behind. So if you want to just watch like hundreds of hours of Factorio, that's all on YouTube. It's crazy. Anyway, with that, I am out. The ducks are here. That means I've got to go. So thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.